Let's talk about a fantastic area to live in the greater Salt Lake City area that's tucked away, secluded, and has a lot of privacy. So stay tuned. Hi, this is Melissa Ballman, and I'm a real estate agent here in the greater Salt Lake City area. So what that means, if you're looking at making a real estate move, I'd love to connect with you. Shoot me a text, send me an email, do what you got to do, but get in touch with me. But first, today, I'm talking about Emigration Canyon that is just east of Salt Lake City, downtown area. And I want to take you on a tour to kind of mix things up. You're not going to see my face much in this video because I really want to show you the footage of the area while I talk. So make sure you stay tuned. So first things first, let's talk about location of Emigration Canyon. Like I said, it is just east of downtown Salt Lake City. And right there at the mouth or the base of Emigration Canyon, you have the Hogle Zoo, Heritage, this is the place. You are very close to the University of Utah. So it's a fantastic place. And one of the things that I love about Emigration Canyon is that you feel like you're getting out of the city. Lots and lots of trees. You're a little bit more secluded feeling because of the trees, the acreage. You know, you typically see half-acre plus property parcels when you're buying in Emigration Canyon. Now, of course, there's always the outliers that are maybe a third of an acre or whatever, but you definitely feel like you're away from the city when you're in Emigration Canyon. Now, one thing that I will caution people on, and this could be a positive or a negative depending on how you feel. When I was recently up there showing a home, because of all those trees and everything around you, you honestly could not see any neighbors' homes, maybe a little bit off in the distance, but not like in the city where you feel like they're right next to you. So personally, I would love that. But I actually had some buyers that I was showing the home to that they did not like it because they worked from home and they just felt like they weren't really going to be able to have that community feel and walking the neighborhood to get to know their neighbors and things like that as much as you would, let's say, in downtown or Draper or any other city within the greater Salt Lake City area. So again, it could be a positive, it could be a negative, depending on how you view it. But just understand that Emigration Canyon, you will feel, for the most part, most places that you go is a little bit more of a remote feeling on those homes. I hope you're enjoying my video so far. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell. That way you're alerted each week when I drop a new video. And if you're on Facebook, head on over to our private community page called Salt Lake Life. And there we talk about all things and events and happenings in the greater Salt Lake City area and really Utah as a whole. So a few things to know about living in Emigration Canyon is, as you'll see in these videos, you see a lot of people riding their bikes on the roads in Emigration Canyon, and the roads throughout Emigration Canyon can feel a little bit narrow, especially when you go up into off the beaten path onto some of the surface roads that kind of finger off of the main road. So just be aware of that. Lots of bikers throughout the year. And also, what people may not realize is hunting. Because you're surrounded by the mountains, they do actually have archery hunting units around the area. So don't be alarmed if you see guys in orange walking around with bows and things like that, because they are archery hunting at certain times of the year. So there is some food options in Emigration Canyon. It's not much, but just keep in mind, because of proximity to Salt Lake City, you're really only, depending on where in Emigration Canyon you live, you're only a 10, maybe 15-minute drive to downtown Salt Lake City with their restaurants and shopping and everything that they have to offer in downtown. So don't feel like you're so far away that you won't have DoorDash or anything for food options nearby. And let's be honest, with the city traffic, in some of the other towns, it might take you less time to get downtown than it takes some of us to get around other cities within Salt Lake City. So with being surrounded by nature and all the trees that come with Emigration Canyon, of course you get amazing fall colors. Unfortunately, I was just a tad bit early for the fall colors, but you can see in this video they are starting to turn. Now, the other thing with Emigration Canyon is it does continue all the way through, and you can kind of loop around. You can do like a big odd shaped circle. You can start in downtown and head east and eventually run into Interstate 80 and go to Park City, or take the 80 back to Salt Lake. So that is a nice thing. It's not just a one way in, one way out type of atmosphere. You do see a lot of people hiking and walking in Emigration Canyon, in addition to the bike riding that I mentioned before. So let's talk about housing prices. As I already mentioned, most of the homes that you see for sale up there in 2021, at least so far, have been about a ½ acre plus with the land. I've seen one as low as 1/3 of an acre. And typically right now you're seeing homes starting really about $1.5 million, but of course there are always some that are a little bit less. I've seen a couple for 1.2 million. I've seen an older home, not updated at all, on the smaller side of Emigration Canyon, at about 700,000. Definitely had some work to do on that. And then there's an active listing right now for over $4 million in Emigration Canyon. So you have a very wide variety of home prices, styles, acreage, all of that in Emigration Canyon. Now, they do have private communities in Emigration Canyon, gated community that you can't get past. There's Emigration Oaks that you can drive up to. They are not a gated community, but they do have signs all over saying private property. So, you know, you do have some more remote options like that, or secluded options that give you a little bit more privacy. And then also keep in mind that with the more narrow roads with these areas, when we get heavy snowfalls, that can impact the roads and streets in the areas. I hope you enjoyed my video today. If you have any questions about Emigration Canyon or any of the surrounding areas, reach out to me. I'd love to connect with you. Shoot me a text, send me an email, do what you got to do, but get in touch with me. But as always, make it a great day.